Marketers know something about you that you were never supposed to find out. Politicians know it. Advertisers know it. The entire self-help industry is built on the fact that you don't know it. They know that you have a target-seeking system running inside you right now, and whoever controls the target controls the outcome. Today, you find out how it works and how you can take back control. It's New Year's Eve. You know this moment. You've been here many times. The New Year's resolution. The intention is real. You mean it this time. The gym. 3 times a week. No excuses. January, you go. February, you miss a couple of days. March, something happens. Work gets busy. The routine breaks. By April, the gym bag is under the bed collecting dust, just like last year. Same story with the diet. Same story with the savings account you were going to build this year. Same story with the side income you were going to start. The goal was clear. The motivation was genuine. The result was the same as last time. Why does this keep happening? Here is the thing that nobody explains. It wasn't weakness. It wasn't discipline. It wasn't the wrong goal or the wrong system or the wrong time of year. It was coordinates. It was a master destination already programmed in. Your internal navigation system had a destination already loaded. And it wasn't the one you wrote down on New Year's Eve. Think about how a heat-seeking missile works. You fire it, it locks onto a target, and from that moment, no matter what gets in the way, no matter what direction it has to turn, no matter how many times it goes off target, it adjusts, corrects, and keeps moving toward that target. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't get distracted. It doesn't need motivation. It just finds the target. Every time, without fail. A 100% success rate. Maxwell Maltz, the plastic surgeon who accidentally stumbled onto one of the most important discoveries in human psychology, realized something that stopped him cold. Inside every human being is the same system. He called it the servo mechanism. An automatic, self-correcting, target-seeking system that runs 24 hours a day, without your permission and without your awareness. Its design is extraordinary. Its persistence is absolute. And here's the part that changes everything. You are not in control of it. At least, not the way you think you are. Or in the logical way you think you would be. Because the servo mechanism doesn't take its target from your goals. It doesn't read your vision board. It doesn't care what you wrote in your journal on January 1st. It takes its target from one place only. Your self-image. That's it. Nowhere else. The deep internal picture you carry of who you are, what you think you deserve, and what kind of life belongs to you. That is the coordinate it has locked onto. That is the destination it is flying toward. Right now, today, while you're listening to this. And here's why the people who sell you courses and programs and planners and systems understand this and you don't. Because if they can shape what you believe you deserve, they don't need to trap you. Your own servo mechanism will do it for them. So let's bring this into money, into your actual life. Think about the financial level you keep returning to. Not the level you want, the level you keep landing at. Your current financial results. Maybe it's a specific number in the account before the anxiety kicks in. Maybe it's the point where things feel just stable enough to stop pushing. Maybe it's the ceiling where something always seems to happen right before you break through. That level is not a coincidence. That is a coordinate. That is the target. Your servo mechanism has that number filed under home, normal, where I belong, the goal. And every time life takes you above it, a raise, a good month, a windfall, the system notices the gap between where you are and where it believes you should be. And it corrects, quietly, without drama. A deal falls through. An expense appears from nowhere. The momentum on that thing you were building just fades. Nothing catastrophic, just a persistent, invisible pull. Back to the coordinate, the implanted target. Back to the number it recognizes as yours. The number you believe to be right, to be real, what you deserve. Remember in episode 1, If you haven't watched it, go back after this. We talked about the thermostat. The self-image as the setting your finances keep returning to. This is the engine behind the thermostat. This is what's actually doing the pulling, the driving, the servo mechanism, running automatically, correcting constantly, navigating you back to whatever your self-image has decided is the right temperature for you. You were never running the wrong strategy, you were just running the wrong coordinates. So here's the shift, and I want you to really sit with this, because this is the part that changes everything. The goal has never been the real target. The self-image is the target. Because the self-image is what the servo mechanism is locked onto. Think about what that actually means for a moment. It means the person who grew up watching their parents struggle with money every month, and who now, despite earning a good salary, somehow always finds themselves struggling too. That's not a coincidence. That's coordinates inherited from an environment that shaped the self-image before they had any say in the matter. It means the person who gets a promotion feels the lift of it, and then, within 6 months, has expanded their lifestyle so completely that they're just as stretched as before. That's not poor discipline. That's a servo mechanism doing its job, returning them to what feels normal. It means the person who makes a breakthrough, really pushes through the ceiling, has the best quarter of their life, and then watches it unravel in ways they can't quite explain. That's not bad luck, that's coordinates. And here is the most important thing I want you to hear today. This is not fixed. The servo mechanism is not broken. It is not the enemy. It is one of the most extraordinary and powerful systems you possess. It just has old coordinates loaded in. Coordinates that were set, in most cases, before you were old enough to choose them. By the environment you grew up in. By what you watched and heard and absorbed about money when you were too young to question any of it. You didn't choose those coordinates, but you have been living by them every day since. And the extraordinary thing, the thing Maltz spent a decade proving, is that they can be changed. Real change comes from changing the level you operate from. When that level shifts, your actions stop feeling forced and start feeling natural. What used to take constant effort becomes the default because you're no longer pushing against yourself. Through something quieter than that. Something that works at the level where the servo mechanism actually operates. Through the self-image itself. How you see it and feel about it. When you change what the mechanism believes is normal, when you change what feels like home at that deep internal level, the mechanism doesn't fight you anymore. It works for you. The same relentless, automatic self-correcting energy that kept pulling you back starts pulling you forward, toward the new coordinate, with the same persistence it always had. That is what this series is building toward, episode by episode, layer by layer. Here's your one thing this week. Think of the financial level you keep returning to, the number, the feeling of it, the situation that always seems to reassemble itself no matter what you try. And ask yourself one question. What would a person have to believe about themselves, deep down, not consciously, for that level to feel normal? Not what's your goal. What belief makes that level feel like home? Maybe it's, money always runs out eventually. Maybe it's, people like me don't really get ahead. Maybe it's, every time things start going well, something comes along to knock it back. Whatever it is for you, that is the coordinate. That is what the servo mechanism is flying toward right now. Write it down. Don't judge it, analyze it, or try to change it. Just to see it clearly for the first time. Now. Because here's what I know from everything Maltz discovered and everything that has come after him. The moment you can see the coordinate, you are already no longer entirely controlled by it. Awareness is the beginning of the reset and taking back control. You have a heat-seeking system inside you of extraordinary capability. It found every ceiling you ever hit, with perfect accuracy, every single time. Imagine, just imagine for a moment, what it does when you give it a different target. That's episode 2. Next week, imagination. And I want you to hear this carefully before you dismiss it as something soft. Maltz discovered that your brain, neurologically, measurably, cannot tell the difference between a real experience and one you vividly imagine. That is not a metaphor. That is how the servo mechanism gets new coordinates loaded in. And it is the key to everything we're building here. Thank you for watching.